What if I told you there was a proven, repeatable strategy that countless t-shirt and apparel businesses have used to build profitable brands and transform their lives? How do I know? Because I've used this exact strategy to generate multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands in completely different niches and have helped my students build profitable businesses of their own. In this episode, we're revealing the marketing strategy we use and teach to drive traffic to your website, convert shoppers into customers, and amplify sales of winning designs. My name is Adrian Bonarks, here with my co-host Carlos Colon. Welcome to the Print on Demand podcast, a show dedicated to helping you make money online with Shopify and print on demand. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the show. Adrian here with my co-host Carlos. Today, we're going to be discussing a very popular topic, one of my personal favorites, and that is marketing. But before we jump into that, Carlos, we now have 14 5-star reviews on the show. You know, this is really fun because we're essentially building this podcast from scratch, and all of you are amazing listeners. You're joining us on this journey, and you know you want to honor that journey, and we're honoring the journey. Like we're this podcast is small, it's humble, and we love that. And it wouldn't be anywhere without our amazing listeners. So Thank you guys for showing up for yourselves, for supporting the show. And thank you for everyone who's left us a review. I want to personally shout out someone who wrote us a very kind 5-star review as a special thank you to you. So shout out to you, Ridgeback Rescuer, who nice. Recently wrote us a 5-star review. And they said, thank you guys. Thank you so much, guys. You've given me so many great ideas. I'm still trying to find my first design, but I got my Shopify store and logo set up yesterday. Thanks to your motivation. Keep up the great work. Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man, like,
thank you.
And I have a special message for you. I have a special message for you because I think that all new entrepreneurs need to hear this from someone. And a lot of you guys are doing this work in the dark. It's said that it's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. But I just want to say, if no one's told you, we believe in you. We believe in you. So harness that belief. Put in the effort. It sounds like you're action oriented. It sounds like you're driven. And you know, emotion creates motion. So go out there, take action. Remember, action brings clarity. And good luck with everything. And thank you for being a listener. So for anyone else who's a listener of the podcast, you know, if you wouldn't mind rating the podcast, if you are enjoying it. So thank you in advance for anyone that does that. We love you guys. Whether you rate the show or not, we still appreciate you being here. But it does go a long way to help the show. So thank you. Carlos, are you ready to get into, I personally think this is the most popular topic when it comes to building a successful business with Shopify and print on demand.
Yeah.
Right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be discussing the 4th and final building block of the ELA method, and that is marketing. So the ELA method, for anyone who isn't aware, is our 4-step system that we teach in our training and coaching program, T-Shirt Legends Academy, for building a profitable brand, attracting your ideal customers, and making the money you deserve. And just to summarize the 4 building blocks, now that we're on the last one, the 4 building blocks of the ELA method are: first, brand or niche; second, designs; third, website; and fourth, marketing. So we covered those first 3, and now we're covering marketing. And I promise you guys, this is just the beginning. We've got a lot more marketing episodes rolling out. There's way too much to jam pack into one episode, and we don't want this to feel like information overload. So in this episode, we're gonna break it down into 2 kind of categories. There's 2 things that 2 messages I want to get across in this episode. First, I want to debunk a really common marketing myth. And then secondly, we're going to reveal our proven repeatable marketing strategy. So we're going to give you guys the high level 20,000 foot view of what we teach, what's always worked for us across multiple brands, and what we teach our students, which is working for many of them. So let's get into the first part and talk about this myth. Carlos, tell me if you've heard this before. If I can just get more eyeballs on my products, I'll make a bunch of sales.
Yeah. We made that. We made that problem.
That was
Us.
me. Yeah.
I have heard that before.
Yeah, we were those guys. We were those guys. We definitely thought we had a traffic problem. We thought we had a traffic problem when in fact we had a design problem. But we'll talk about that in a sec. This is a very common myth. If you feel this way or if you felt this way, welcome to the club. I think most people felt this way about their business, right?
Yeah.
But I just want to clearly state that it is not true. If you can get eyeballs on winning products, you can make a bunch of sales. So kind of going back to what I just said, most people think they have a marketing problem when in fact they have a design problem. And, we thought the same thing. So many people do. So that's okay if you felt that way, but we're here to tell you after, being in the school of hard knocks for so many years and learning a lot of pricey lessons that's not the case. And we want to help you fix that, right? We want to give you a proven, repeatable strategy. So, it's funny, kind of. So I want to really quickly say something. So when we teach people how to market, which, the marketing part, in my opinion, is actually the easy part, but it's a learned skill. You have to learn it. But once you learn it, you can get good at it really quickly. So once you learn the marketing, that's the easy part. It's creating a winning product that's much more challenging. And
totally,
you can test this for yourself. Like we challenge people, right? We challenge our students. We teach our students how to get lots of traffic to their products. But what I'll tell you, and what we try to make crystal clear, is if it is not a winning design, then you are going to be humbled very quickly. You are going to be humbled. I've been humbled. Yep. Carlos has been humbled. We get humbled all the time. We still get humbled, right? But we know now that that you need both. You need the marketing, you need the winning product, and you need the traffic. It's two things. You just need those two things, and you can make a ton of sales, and you can have a really successful brand if you can really master those two things. And that's a perfect segue into the quote that I want to share. I heard a really good quote that says, great products can be sold by bad marketing, but great marketing can't sell bad products. And that is the absolute freaking truth. Yeah. Like when I heard that quote, I was like, a freaking man. Like we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing. We've been marketing since 2016, and we've made a lot of mistakes. We made a lot of costly mistakes, and we've learned a lot of lessons. And this is definitely something that I can vouch for. After, we had multiple businesses, and we run multiple businesses, and this is definitely something we can vouch for. So I want people to be inspired by this. We're not saying this to demotivate anyone. We're actually saying it to motivate people, because marketing and sales is a learned skill. And I want people to take that inspirationally. If you can go and you can learn this skill and you have something that has mass appeal with your target audience, man, you are set. Like you are setting yourself up for success. And if you can become a hit maker where you just really are dialed in, you're really tapped in with your target audience, and you really know what they want, or they even tell you what they want, and you're doing the research, then you can, it's a great way, it's a great recipe for creating a profitable and sustainable business. So
I want to reinforce that too. I want to reinforce that, that marketing is optimizing the sales around a product that's already desirable, that people already want, or that there's something desirable about that product. It's not turning an undesirable product into a desirable product. That's it's kind of like turning lead into gold, like alchemy, right? It's not turning something into gold that's not gold. It's just showing people what's so great about gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what marketing is.
We learned from a lot of trial and error and from years of experience after testing hundreds of products, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising and generating multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands in completely different niches. What we've learned is that your designs dictate your sales. So that's why I wanted to just lay out this foundation for you that you need both things. So yes, our strategy, our marketing strategy is proven and it's repeatable. And we think anyone can have success with it. However, the X factor is you actually have to have a product that has mass appeal for your target audience. So that's why I wanted to start with this to segue kind of into the beginning of the marketing strategy. So I want to be crystal clear. You need those 2 things: a design with mass appeal with a design that has mass appeal with your target audience, and then traffic, to get that design in front of them. All right. Without further ado, I want to share our high-level, proven, repeatable marketing strategy. So we have a lot of marketing strategies in our program, many of which we're going to touch on in future episodes. But I want to start with the core strategy that we use and that we teach. And this has completely changed the game for our businesses and a lot of our students as well. And here it is. When it comes to marketing, you want to start by choosing one primary platform to acquire customers and one secondary platform to retain customers, and commit to mastery of just those 2 platforms. That's it. That's the mic drop moment.
Yes.
That is it. Write that down. That is the main lesson of this episode. And it almost seems too simple, but the thing is, I don't know about you, but in my opinion, it's hard enough to master one platform, let alone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 platforms. And that's why we don't teach people that. Maybe as your business grows and scales, you will go out to other platforms. That's okay. But ideally, that's when you have a team. If you are a solo operator, or if it's just you and a business partner, you don't need to be on all the platforms, and you shouldn't, because if you have diluted focus, you get diluted results. We've learned
Adrian,
this the hard way.
This was huge for us. I remember when we were discussing this way back, and we chased a lot of things. And so for everybody out there chasing the two rabbits, we chased 5 rabbits at a time. We did everything wrong, and we did everything and then fixed it along the way. But this was huge. This was a huge aha moment for us. And this is a moment where when I heard this concept, my mind was just blown away. It was just insane. It's simplicity at its finest. Simple. Right. You choose one platform to get customers, and then one platform to keep customers.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
And usually those are separate platforms. Usually there's not one platform that does both, because usually there's one platform that's better for getting customers and one platform that's better for retaining or keeping customers.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. Our mantra at T-Shirt Legends Academy is simplify to amplify. That is our mantra. And so we try to keep all the strategies really simple. And we've simplified the strategies over time as we learned what works, and we were able to cut the fat. Anything that didn't work, we cut it out. Less but better. Less but better. That's the goal. And it's overwhelming to learn a whole bunch of different platforms. When you have a team and other people can learn different platforms, that can be great, right? But if it's just you or 1 or 2 people, then you're best off just focusing on one for acquisition, for acquiring people, and one for retention, retaining people. And so what I want to do is I want to kind of break this down a little bit further. I want to go in a little bit more detail. So when it comes to selecting a primary platform, let's kind of break this down with the primary platform and then the secondary platform. So when it comes to selecting a primary platform, we recommend social media since it's free and there are a number of ways to get in front of a lot of people You can occupy unlimited digital real estate on social media for free. You can connect with niche specific communities. You can chat directly with your ideal customers. And the social media platform that we prefer has what we believe is the best ads platform for Shopify print-on-demand businesses. And so we love Instagram as a primary platform. It's probably the most popular platform that we see being used by apparel brands. And I really feel like it was made for us since it's very visual. You can create shoppable posts. There are clickable links to products. They have the best paid ads platform, Meta ads, or Facebook ads, as many people call them, which allows you to run ads to both Facebook and Instagram. So you get like a 2-for-1 from one platform. And it just feels like it was designed for brand building, shopping, and sales.
Yeah.
And that's why we love it. It's worked for us for many years. It's still the most effective that we see. And we believe that for the foreseeable future, it's going to be the best platform. Maybe someone is going to come disrupt it. And hey, if that means we're all going to do even better with our marketing, awesome. I welcome that. But right now, that's just not the case in our experience. Carlos, anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, I think it's really important that, primary platform is the platform where you're attracting your customers, attracting your ideal audience. And so this is a platform, and like Adrian said, social media is like made for this. It's made for communication, right?
Yeah.
And it's made to be a low barrier as well. A ton of people are already on the platform, and a lot of people, they're interested. Like if they're in your niche and you're creating content or something interesting or products around their niche, then it's interesting to them.
Yeah. I feel very grateful that we live in a day and age where social media exists. And yes, there are definitely some negatives about social media. I agree. It's not perfect by any means. However, think about even 30, 40 years ago, talking to people and telling them about how from your phone, you can put out a piece of content and it can go out to the world and it could potentially go viral for free and get in front of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people. I really feel like we live in the golden age of marketing right now, and I hope it only gets better from here. One thing I do want to caution, though, when it comes to social media is that these are rented platforms, meaning you don't own your audience on that platform. Your audience is borrowed. And I'm not just talking about social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Etsy, whichever platform you're on, social media, marketplace, they own your audience and they can take it away at any time. And that is why the goal of the primary platform should always be to leverage it to grow and reach people and build your audience, and then bring that borrowed audience over to your secondary platform, which should be a platform where you own your audience. So for us, what we teach, that is a requirement. Your primary platform is very likely going to be a borrowed audience like social media, and your secondary platform is going to be an owned audience. So the secondary platform that we use and recommend is email marketing, since it's still very effective and we don't believe it's going anywhere. So for example, we'll leverage Instagram to reach our target audience, and our goal is to bring them over to our owned email address. And this is very important. I don't want people to overlook this. By only building your business on a rented platform, you're building your business on a house of cards. It's extremely risky, and we do not recommend it. Like, what if the algorithm changes? What if the platform becomes less popular? What if it gets banned? Or what if your account gets terminated? This happens to Etsy sellers all the time. I'm always hearing stories from Etsy sellers, even people in our community who have got their accounts banned. And I feel bad for them. I feel really bad for them. For the ones that didn't do anything, the legit business owners, I feel bad for them. But that's the risk you take when you put all of your eggs in that basket. on that rented platform, right? Building an audience on an own platform, it is a great way to future-proof your business from scenarios like the ones I just mentioned. Because we don't just want you to create a profitable business. We want you to create a sustainable and profitable business, one that can create life-changing wealth for you and your family, unlock more freedom, and help you live life on your terms. Because that's probably why most of you are listening, and that's what we want for you, right? So by future-proofing your business, you're actually protecting yourself and building your brand on a rock-solid foundation. It's very important. It also makes your brand much more valuable if you were to sell it in the future, and a significant number of your sales are usually should be made on the owned platform. The money is made on the owned platform, but a lot of people don't talk about it because, to be honest, it's just not as sexy as talking about social media and ads. I wish it was equally sexy to talk about email marketing, but I feel like when you start talking about it, it kind of puts people to sleep. Whereas like you talk about social media ads and people's ears perk up. I get it. I totally get it. Like it is, it is cool talking about social media and like, yeah, email marketing is not as sexy, but here's the thing. It's so valuable and such a critical component of building a profitable and sustainable business. So this is why we always teach our students, start collecting emails as soon as you start driving free or paid traffic to your website and start building your email list. Pretty much any successful brand, you could go to their website right now, join their email list, and you'll likely start receiving emails from them very regularly because that is what successful brands do. They leverage email marketing because they know the fortune is in the follow-up, and it's low-hanging fruit for making sales. Carlos, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, the non-sexy part. It's funny, but like, I get it. The non-sexy part, like it is so boring talking about email marketing sometimes, But I think that one thing that will really one thing that really clicked in my mind when I first heard about email marketing, that I was like, oh, so ads. If you look at meta ads, a solid ROI on meta ads is like 4 to 5 times. That's solid, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, you're making more than that, but this is like a solid ROI. This is something that would be great to have, is 4 to 5 times return on ad spend, right?
That means just to clarify for anyone listening that doesn't know what that is, it means for every $1 you invest in ads, you're getting $4 to $5 in return.
Yeah. For every $1 you invest in ads, you get $4 to $5 in return. That's solid for ads.
I would take that every day. Yeah.
But for email marketing, get this, on average, it's 36 times return on investment. So you get $36 for every $1 you spend on email marketing on average. That's average. That's not even like a solid email marketing return on spend. That's like average.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like insane. Basically it's saying that just do it and you're probably going to get a pretty good return on investment. If just start it. And so it's so easy too. A lot of it is so easy. Like, for instance, abandoned cart emails, so easy to do. Remind someone that they left something in their cart and they left a product in their cart and never checked out. Just remind them. That's it. Yeah. And you start seeing return on investment right away.
Right.
So email marketing, I think that it's that unsung hero that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's huge. It's really big. And big brands use email marketing very effectively because they know that that's the best return on their investment.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And we're going to table this conversation, Carlos, for future episodes because guys, in this episode, we just want to introduce you to our proven, repeatable, high-level strategy, which I'm going to summarize in a sec. We're going to dive deeper into these topics. Over the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about Instagram. We're going to talk about email marketing. So we'll talk about that a whole lot more, but we're going to kind of dial it back and we're going to kind of go, I just want to summarize the core strategy from this episode. That is to start by choosing one primary platform to acquire customers and one secondary platform to retain customers and commit to mastery of just those 2 platforms. That is it. That is all you need to create a successful business. All right. So we're going to leave it at that. Our favorite primary platform is Instagram. Our favorite secondary platform is email marketing. Might be different for some others, though that's what we've always used and what's always worked for us. That's what's working for a lot of other successful brands and a lot of our students. So we're going to kind of land the plane here, but if you did enjoy this marketing episode, I recommend checking out our free 60-minute masterclass called How to Make Your First $10,000 with Shopify and Print on Demand, which we're going to actually link that below in the show notes. So you can sign up for that. It's an on-demand training. You can sign up for that by clicking the show notes below or by going to ecomlegendsacademy.com/grow. In there, we share our strategy. We dive more into marketing than we did in this episode. So definitely check that out if you want to learn more about marketing. We also talk more about the ELA method there. So it's a lot of fun. We hope you guys love it. We made it for you. And with that, we're going to sign off. So thank you so much for listening, guys. We love you. We're excited to continue bringing out these episodes, to continue this conversation around marketing. Remember to start before you're ready, take imperfect action, and know that you're always one design away.
Hey, if you're loving the Print on Demand podcast and want more, please help us out by rating us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you're listening from. It only takes a minute, and it's the best way to show us support and let us know that you're enjoying these weekly episodes. Thank you in advance, and we'll talk soon.